Well, it has been quite the time of us sailing slowly up through the Gulf Islands, onto the Strait of Georgia, where we bumped around anchorages, sailed when the wind showed up, and found a deep intention with life at sea. Just last week, a mysterious island wrapped us in its dark charm for a few nights, before we surrendered to the still sweetness of Roscoe Bay. Our days punctuated by the tender curiosity of the wild. Today, we disappear further into remoteness, letting the raw, rugged beauty of Brem Inlet drench us completely.
Ugh, it's a bit cold. I gotta see why people don't do this all the time.
We are about to pick up this morning and head further up into the inlet here to hopefully find grizzly bears over the next few days, because there's a warning out here for them. So we're not going to land, but we're hoping we can see them. We might have a slight issue this morning about picking up because there might be a boat on top of our anchor chain. So fingers crossed it's not, but we told them yesterday they might have dropped on top of it, but we didn't really mind then, but it might be a bit of an issue now, but fingers crossed it's not.
Right, we're heading up Brem Inlet now, and it's phenomenal. We really want to fly the drone, but we can't because it's raining. But the water has changed this kind of azul, almost glacial water. It's just beautiful, really teal colour and just mint green, that's the colour. Anyway, yeah, 6 miles to go, and hopefully it'll be pretty fine to anchor. It's a thin ledge, so limited anchoring, but we'll find somewhere, we always do. But actually we've got this out here because there is a warning for a water spout, and we've never had a warning for a water spout before. I think it's mainly up in the Georgia Strait, but we're listening out. The Coast Guard did a warning, and there's also thunder and lightning predicted, so it's all go today. But the good news is, I don't know if you saw back there, but we didn't snag on the other boat's anchor. I think Zach mentioned that a boat came in and anchored what seemed to be on top of our anchor, but it was all fine in the end, and we picked up, and now we're on our way in the rain, and it's very beautiful.
We leave the familiar behind, pushing north into wild waters. Low clouds press down, rain stitching the horizon closed, and still we move deeper. Out here, nothing belongs to us. We're just passing through, guests of the adventure.
Wow. There's obviously a kayaking group who have kayaked down Brem River, and this kind of barge looking thing is collecting them. It's quite cool. I need to back up on our anchor. It's a really narrow shelf here.
10. What am I looking like at the bottom there? Can you see the bottom at all?
Yeah, maybe.
I think we're just about alright here.
4 meters.
So there was a whole seal family. One caught a massive fish, a salmon, and was tearing it apart when we were setting, Zach.
Was that actually a salmon?
Yeah, it was a huge, like, spotted salmon. They're right there. It was tearing it apart. It was a massive fish. Oh, not many people can say they have been 20 weeks pregnant, showering in a thunderstorm in the middle of the wilderness on their boat. Oh, it's a bit cold. I gotta see why people don't do this all the time. Well, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Feel really, truly alive. There's been a few times which you zoom out in your life and you're like, how did I get here? And you can't plan those moments. They just kind of come to you. And, you know, as much as we think, oh, here might give us one, if you look for them, they definitely don't come. But then when you're least kind of expecting it, they just show up.
We are just going for a dinghy explore in probably one of the best places we've ever been. This is Brem River here at the moment, and we've seen seals get multiple fish up here. I don't know if they're salmon at the moment. I don't know if you remember what they were.
Yeah, I saw it and it was a salmon.
Yeah, so we've seen seals getting salmons here. We know there's bears in the area, so I don't think we're really going to go to land here at all. We might go on the beach at lower tide, but apparently at early morning at a low tide is the best time to see the bears coming out, because they come out and eat the kind of shellfish and stuff like that. So fingers crossed tomorrow morning we can see some, so we're going to get up early and yeah.
What kind of bears?
Grizzlies, hopefully brown bears, and maybe some black bears as well. I'm sure they get loads of black bears here as well, but we've seen eagles and a load of other things so far. But it's a really cool spot, and you can see why not many people come here, because it's a pretty steep drop off. It goes from kind of this shallow estuary system to, I guess, 100 meters pretty quickly, and then in the middle of the bay there it's like 500 meters, so yeah, it drops off a lot.
Very cool. Water is so cold but so clear.
It's 18 degrees by the day. It's probably quite simple here.
Our wish to see a grizzly was simple: to watch from a respectful distance, an animal that holds the landscape together. They scatter seeds, feed the forests, carry salmon inland. They are reminders that every life here is connected. Good morning. It eventually stopped raining through the night, and we've woken up to just beautiful sun, and I'm out of breath because being pregnant just does that to you. But we are going 5 miles to a waterfall up Toba Inlet, and we're taking the dinghy, not the big boat actually. We're pretty happy with our position in the big boat, but what it is when the tides turn, i.e. at the moment the tide is going out or down, so the boat is pulling away from the estuary, and yesterday when we dropped back we were in 40 metres of water. So we're in 41 metres right now. Which, we're not going anywhere. We've got a crazily good anchor, but we don't love being in 40 metres. We just don't love it. It's really deep. Not many people like that. So what it is we let out more chain, obviously. However, when the tide starts coming in, the estuary flips and will suck the boat into the estuary slightly. It's what we had when we dropped anchor yesterday, which is no issue, but we pulled in a bit of chain yesterday, so we pulled ourselves off the sandbar. We weren't on the sandbar, but we were a boat length from it. So as we let out 20 more metres, if we're not back in time, there's a chance we might swing a bit further into the estuary, and it's a 0.2 lower tide today than it was yesterday. So we've got a bit of a time deadline. I'm sure it's fine anyway, but that's why we're going really early this morning. We're also on the lookout for bears, because we were told we could see grizzlies here, but so far no grizzlies. Hopefully they'll come out at low tide when the oysters are exposed. But anyway, let's go. You excited?
Very excited. Let's do it.
Beautiful! There she is. Wow.
Just 5 nautical miles from Brem Bay, the glacier water spills water out at only 3 to 5 degrees Celsius. Ice cold, sharp and bracing.
How was that?
It's so cold. That's the coldest water I've been in for a while. My chest is tight.
It's a cold morning this morning. The temperature is a lot lower here than south, obviously. But we're off 25 miles today, down to kind of the entrance to Desolation Sound, and we're looking forward to it. Don't know how much wind there'll be. Maybe in some of these fjords it's a bit tricky to predict, but hopefully we'll have a little bit of a beam reach for at least a section. But yeah, we're heading off. We actually reset our anchor last night. It was dark, well, just getting dark. We were in our PJs and like just about to turn the light off to go to sleep. And I checked and I was like, oh, we're in 45 meters. There's such a steep shelf, and with the big tides, and we just, anytime there was wind, we'd pull back on our chain and be over the ledge. We thought, 45, we can sleep with that, but we'll sleep better if we just re-pick up. So we re-picked up, went back over to where we initially dropped, pulled back, and then we were over 35. So we just thought, you know what, we're always going to be over the ledge, whatever we do, unless we just stay really shallow, let out no chain and hope the wind doesn't push us onshore, which is just not worth the risk. So we slept great, we held great, and I think that will be the deepest place we anchor for a really long time. But we're off. And the air is fresh and the day is new. It's early as well, it's 7 AM. So let's do it. A really special place this though. If you ever make it up here, you're in for a treat. Here, yeah, feels like it feels like the true wilderness, and I'm so glad we made it up here. It's like the colder version of French Polynesia. Beautiful. Fluffy socks on.
I don't know if you'll be able to see behind me, but there's all these like dead trees everywhere here, and apparently, a friend told us this a couple of weeks back, they're from a beetle, an invasive beetle that's around here that basically eats and kills all the trees, and then they leave the kind of like dead stumps or kind of twigs like that, and they're really bad for wildfires around here. But this whole hillside is just covered with them. It's all just dead trees. All of that is dead pretty much.
James Bond boat. We are in the Copeland Islands right now and it's beautiful. We're the only boat around. We've got a fair bit of wind forecast tomorrow, so we want to take today to kind of explore. We haven't been to a town or any kind of civilization for a long time now because we've been in Desolation Sound. So we're actually going to go 1.5 miles down to Lund. There's a boatyard there and apparently there's a bakery that does amazing cinnamon buns. So that's very exciting. As you can see, there's a lot of wake this channel. People absolutely fly down. So the plan is, I think we'll kind of cross the channel and then we'll go on one side because we're a smaller craft. But we're excited for some cinnabuns. Hopefully they have them. Lund Harbour Authority. This is dinghy Tay-Lee over.
This is Lund Harbour, go ahead.
Oh hi, we're just approaching the harbour by dinghy and we're wondering whether there's anywhere we can tie up, only for an hour over.
Absolutely. If you're in a dinghy, you're going to want to head straight towards where that big aluminum barge is. That's like on the loading zone, loading ramp. Right behind him, underneath the gangway, there's a dinghy dock.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
It's a crab.
He's just there. In 2003, this restaurant was called Starboard Cafe. Cool. In 1889, Charlie Thulin came from Sweden to this area and named it Lund after his hometown. He built a shack to live in and traded with the natives who came there to pick berries. His brother Freddie followed shortly thereafter.
Here.
Yeah. Over here?
What did you get?
Blackberry. You got apple.
I did.
Go and take a bite.
That's really good.
You cut off the head and then you put a tag on it. It's so random. Wow, look at this. Is that a fishing boat or a sailing boat? It's got a full mast. How interesting. What a wonderful week on the water it has been. Thanks for joining us and for subscribing and supporting our journey. Check back next Monday for what I think is our favourite episode yet. We sail hard.
This has been the best sail we've had. This is the best weather I had for all of the trip up here. I didn't have weather like this because flat, calm seas, 20 knots of wind behind us is perfect.
Explore harder. Have mishaps. That also didn't work. There was no way he could pull a 13-ton boat against 2 knots of current and 15 knots of wind. Security, security.
There's an eye on this submerged rock here if I had to jump in to go and find.
But most importantly, reconnect with the very reason we're out here all together.